I have a yellow lab named Winston. I would no sooner put him in a kennel on the roof of my car than I would one of my children. Question, what were you thinking?
This is a completely airtight kennel and mounted on the top of our car. He climbed up there regularly, enjoyed himself. He was in a kennel at home a great deal of the time as well. We loved the dog. It was where he was comfortable. We had 5 kids inside the car. My guess is he liked it a lot better in his kennel than he would have liked it inside.
They're throwing the kitchen sink at him. They even brought the dog thing back. And by the way, Romney was lying there. He had made a windshield for the dog, thanks God, but it was not airtight. In fact, the dog pooped on the car and it ran down the back window. It's a famous story. It's all over the Boston Globe. They don't even deny it. It's a story they got from the Romney family. And his oldest son was in the back. And he's like, Dad, there's poo running down the back. How could it be airtight? What is that? And besides which, if it was airtight, the dog would be dead. It was a 12-hour ride from Boston to Canada. They had the dog on the top the whole time. Look, some people might think that that's atrocious. Some people might think it's not a big deal. But, I mean, it does kind of make him the Michael Vick of Republican presidential candidates. In fact, there are now guys going around. There's a new group called Dogs Against Romney. Let's show you a picture of one of the guys who is going around following Mitt Romney everywhere, trying to remind everybody that he put the dog on top of the roof. All right, we have a renowned dog lover in the studio, Ben Mankiewicz. What's your thoughts, Ben?
Yeah, what's with some people might think this is a terrible story. It's a horrific story. Nobody would do it. JR wouldn't do it. He hates animals.
Okay, so that's really interesting because the guy who originally wrote the story for the Boston Globe says that the Romney family told him and retold him that story because they thought it would humanize Romney. Like, oh, look at this fun family trip, and they had so many kids, they couldn't fit him in the station wagon, so, you know, they were debating whether to put the youngest son up there or the dog. No, I'm kidding. And so it was a cute story about putting the dog on the roof. So apparently in the Romney mind that might be helpful to them.
And by the way, after the fecal matter splattered all over the car, they pulled over. Romney hosed down the car and the dog and put him back in the luxury suite on top of the Subaru and headed to the Great White North. Prick.
He did.
Yeah.
No, he's
and the answer, I'm sorry, that he gives to Chris Wallace there is, I'm pretty sure the dog would rather have been on top of the car, sealed off, than in the family with the 5. No, the dog wants to be with the family, idiot.
Does he know anything about dogs? The dog would have loved being with the 5 kids in the car.
Yeah.
And then the other interesting thing about this that Ben's bringing up is this, Mitt Romney's got this weird detachment from, I don't want to say reality, but like to him, he's like a robot, right? So he's like, okay, dog pooped, obviously. What do? We clean the dog, we put him back up. Okay, we're efficient. We're back on the road. We don't want to get there in 13 hours. We want to get there in 12 hours. And, you know, he has these weird interactions with people. Again, in the last campaign, he'd gone up to a woman when he was campaigning, and he's like, hey, how you doing? She's like, okay. And he's like, oh, you haven't had a chance to put your face on yet, right? Referring to makeup. She's like, no, I did.
Jesus. By the way, one final thing about the dog before we get off to how Mitt Romney has treated Homo sapiens. And you know what happened? Eventually the dog died.
On the trip, right?
No. I mean, where's that dog today?
Yeah, dead.
Dead.
Dead as a doorknob.
Dead. Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh. They didn't kill the dog. I'm sure he died of natural causes at some point.
It was 1983. We don't know. We don't know.
Anything could have happened.
Yeah.
You know what? Thanks for giving Newt Gingrich another idea.
Totally, yeah.
And then they're going to get into a fight over that. Gingrich's like, well, what? I'm just asking questions, man. Where's the fucking dog?
Who names a dog Seamus?
Well, it was an Irish setter, so they're like...
No, it's actually a pretty good name. As I said it out loud, I was like, nah, it's kind of cute.
Nah, yeah, fail. All right. I mean, who names a dog Notch?
If I had a dog named Seamus, I would kill it.
You and Romney both.
Yeah.
You, Romney, and Vic. So.